Day. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with y'all today. I'm excited about this, man. The weekend was, it was a crazy weekend. My goddaughter was here on Friday, and she's actually going back to college today. Shout out to my little girl, Nia. She's always a little girl to me, even though she's about to be 21 years old. My producer, Dan, is here. You met Nia. What'd you think?
Yes. She's sweet. It was nice.
She's such a little sweetheart. I've known her. I was literally in the hospital when she was born.
I like her energy.
Yeah, so shout out to her. But of course, we have a great show for you today. Another person whose energy we love is Andra Day. She's going to be joining us. She's the star of The Deliverance, which is going to be in theaters on the 16th.
Correct. And then on Netflix on the 30th.
All right, we like that. I already saw the movie twice. How about that? Lee Daniels is, it's his movie, The Deliverance, and I actually went to the screening, so he gave a lot of information, but we'll talk about that later. In the meantime, let's shine a light. Let's do something positive. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up. Let us know who you want to shine a light on. It's Way Up.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's Way Up. I'm Angela Yee, and it's time to shine a light. And today, we have to shine a light, and we're going to talk about this more on Jordan Childs. Now, she is really going through it. She's being forced to return her bronze and being stripped of her bronze. Imagine what that feels like. She's taking a break from social media because of that. This is very unusual. Usually, when people have to return their Olympic medal, it's for cheating. But they're saying that there was 4 seconds in which the judges, in which they didn't submit whatever appeal that they had. And so now the USA is actually fighting that and appealing that decision. But I can't imagine what it must have felt like, because I know there was a lot of racism going on. People were actually calling this the DEI Olympics, to have 3 black women having the gold, silver, and bronze at one time. And so I can't even imagine mentally what she's going through, because she definitely deserves her accolades. And to have this be something that's so public, if you could see the social media comments and what people have been saying to her, it's been awful. And I saw her sister speak out about it as well. But that inquiry was submitted in time, according to a new video by USA Gymnastics. So we shall see what happens. But you know, her sister is definitely going hard, and she said, fact, the only way to strip a medal is via cheating or drugs. Jordan Childs, in fact, did neither. And because, you know, her score was changed because she earned it. And so this has to be something so hard for her to go through. So we're shining a light on her and sending her so much love right now. Now, who do you guys want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150. Eric, how are you? Who do you want to shine a light on?
I'm good, man. I want to shine a light on my wife.
Hey, happy wife, happy life.
You know that's right.
Go ahead. Let me be quiet. Go shine a light.
Man, I just want to shine a light on her because she's been dealing with a lot these past couple of weeks, dealing with deaths in the family. I want her to know that I'm always going to be here for her no matter what.
Aww.
And that I love her and always keep her head up. I got her and God got us.
Oh, my God. This is amazing. Okay. Well, thank you so much for calling to shine a light. That's what this is all about. What's her name?
I appreciate it. Tanya Gaines.
Tanya Gaines, we love you and we lift you up and we pray for you. And, you know, you have an amazing husband, too. So let's keep it going.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150 in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. And let's start it off with Tamar Braxton. She is going through it while she's filming for the Braxton Family Value Show. We'll tell you what she had to say on social media, but also what she told me when I ran into her in L.A. It's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Talk to him.
Talk to him. It's Way Up. I'm here, and my producer Dan's here.
That's a fact.
All right, Tamar Braxton, y'all, she is going through it, it seems. Now, she went on social media and said, y'all, I'm going through it. I'm single and sad, and this TV-ish is a lot. Then she said, JR means the world to me. Thank God for him. My husband and my children has saved my life. But I'm so mad at my life. My family is toxic. I should have never went back to Braxton Family Values. Never. Y'all have no idea. None. The gaslighting is crazy and I'm going back into treatment. OMG, I just pray that my marriage can be saved and my life can be spared. My family is awful. Now, I'm not sure what's going on while they're filming, but she's had issues with that show before. I never thought that they would come back. And even when I ran into her at BET Awards, when we talked about the show coming back, here's what she had to say.
The Braxtons is coming back, but, I'm more like a friend to the show.
Okay.
But it's all about Tracy and, celebrating her life. It's something that she wanted to do before she passed. And so we just, made that happen for her.
Man, you can go into something with the best intentions and you never know what's going to happen on reality TV. Let me tell you. All right. Now, there was a Boosie Badass concert in Iowa. And unfortunately, before the show even started, there were some gunshots and 2 men were killed. Unfortunately, the concert was shut down. Now, I don't think that, clearly Boosie didn't know what was happening and why it was shut down. He was waiting hours and he wasn't aware that this is what happened. And so he had taken to social media and said this.
Been in the back a couple hours waiting to perform. They just shut the concert down. I don't know, some happened at the front, but the party don't stop.
All right, so they said the circumstances surrounding the shooting still remain unclear, but it was 2 men, both in their late 20s from Omaha, Nebraska, unfortunately. So our condolences to their families as we're waiting to find out what happened. And let's take it back again to Jordan Childs and what's happening with her. So there's another major twist. We said yesterday, the USA Gymnastics has obtained new video evidence showing that her coach did submit the inquiry into her score in the women's floor exercise final before the 1-minute deadline. That was 47 seconds after her score was announced, to be exact. So part of what happened with this ruling is they're saying that she didn't submit it in the 1-minute time frame that she was supposed to. Now, Jordan Childs' sister, Jasmine Childs, went on social media and said, because run her medal back. Getting on this app so I can go to war for my baby sis. The only way to strip a medal is via cheating or drugs. Jordan Childs, in fact, did neither. And then she broke it down. She said a gymnastics score consists of 2 numbers. Difficulty and execution. The judges misnumbered her difficulty, not how well she executed the floor routine. Her score was changed because they didn't award her difficulty. Therefore, regardless, her score was too low. And so, as the amazing coach that she is, Seale inquired, and boom, her score was changed because she earned it. And that's just to put it in perspective. And so y'all know I met Jordan Childs for the first time on Friday, did an interview, but we're going to hold on to that until all of this is rectified and we see what can happen, because hopefully she is going to get her medal back. Right, Dan?
Yes, in respect to the family.
In respect to the family. In respect to her.
Absolutely.
And I see
No, continue.
a lot of her teammates are definitely standing up for her, of course. Simone Biles put up a picture of the 2 of them and said, sending you so much love, Jordan. Keep your chin up, Olympic champ. We love you. And Suni Lee also commented, all this talk about the athlete, what about the judges? Completely unacceptable. This is awful, and I'm gutted for Jordan.
Jordan also posted broken heart emojis on Instagram, and she said
she's off social media.
I'm taking this time removing myself from social media for my mental health.
She already says that social media is such a tough place.
It's so tough. And this is like the highlight of her life, and then it just got the rug just got pulled out from under her.
I really hope that y'all get to hear this incredible interview, because it really is amazing. So I'm excited for that and for her to be able to keep her medal. And sorry that she had to go through all of this. All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. And I just want to have a bone to pick with you, Dan.
Yes.
Team USA won their 5th straight men's basketball gold medal.
They did.
But you did not mention the women's team.
Oh, that was an accident.
And the U.S. women's team actually got their 8th consecutive gold medal.
How
you forgot that?
That was an accident.
I was watching that. All right. Don't play with us. All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have About Last Night. That's where we discuss what we did last night. I got a new hairdo. Who this? All right. It's way up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
Last night. It's way up. I'm here. My producer Dan is here. And so, as y'all can see, I went to my friend Paris, who works with me also, her hair salon, if you can see me, and got my hair trimmed and straightened. I never wear my hair straight anymore.
I didn't recognize you when I walked in.
Shut up. That's a lie. But everybody keeps saying it's so interesting to me how straight hair, people really like straight hair as opposed to curl. I used to wear my hair straight all the time. Curl Fest, by the way, is coming up this weekend in Brooklyn on the 17th. But
as you talk about your straight hair.
Yeah, well, I mean, I straightened it. I never really straightened my hair. I'm actually I like it, but I look forward to curls are just easier for me. It's easier because I don't have to. This is a process, to blow dry your hair, then press it and all of that. That's a lot to go through, and then having heat on your hair all the time. So now I'm trying to figure out like what else am I going to do, because if y'all notice, I'm always in braids because I don't feel like doing my hair. And you may have seen me getting my braids done up here. Shout out to Destiny. And even sometimes I'm like on a whim, like, can you come up here, just give me some quick jumbo braids, because I don't feel like doing my hair and I don't have time to like sit and get, little tiny micro braids either. So, things you don't have to think about, Dan. But the other thing that I did over the weekend, everybody keeps talking about Love Island.
Did you watch it?
So speaking of, and when I say everybody, I mean Jordan, who you've heard on Lip Service from Summer House Martha's Vineyard. So I started watching season 1. So I'm starting from the beginning. Do you like it?
I was kind of forced into watching it, yeah.
It's a cruel show.
It is wild.
It's a cruel,
it's entertaining.
Cruel show.
It's super messy. It's super entertaining.
My goodness. Yeah. But I guess, on Love Island, and I'm sure there's a lot of people, the fact that I just now started watching it and I have to catch up, haven't started watching the UK one. My friend Janae was staying with me last week, and she's like a Love Island fanatic. She'll sit up there and watch it all day.
You were watching the right one, right? Because there's a bunch, and everyone was saying the one on Peacock is the one with the major viewership.
But I thought that it's all the same ones. It just plays on different networks.
There's different seasons with different cast members.
Well, I started on season 1.
With which service?
On Hulu.
Oh, you're on the wrong one.
What's the difference?
The cast.
But isn't it the same, like
the
season
concept
1,
is
2,
the
3,
same,
4,
but
5, 6?
The concept is the same, but depending on which cast depends on the viewership and the status of it. And it was this recent one on Peacock that everyone was obsessed with.
All right, let me look this up. But anyway, that's what I did. So we'll talk about that some more, I'm sure. Now it's time for you guys to tell us a secret. 800-292-5150. Get it started. Tell us a secret. 800-292-5150. You're anonymous. Maino's not here, so there's no judgment. We just want to hear what you have to say, but we also want to help you as far as you getting this burden off of you and telling us your deepest, darkest secret. 800-292-5150.
Way up. This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
All right, y'all. Happy Monday. And on Way Up with Angela Yee, this is where we do Tell Us a Secret. Dan, remember coming up with this segment?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It was fun being in the boardroom with you for that.
Oh, my gosh. Well, anyway, we want to hear your secrets. It's anonymous. It's no judgment. 800-292-5150. Anonymous caller, what's your secret?
So I just left an abusive relationship. Saturday, the person I was dating beat me up.
Oh, my gosh. That's awful. I am so sorry to hear that, but I'm so glad you left.
Thank you. I just filed a protection order today.
Yes, as you should.
So I'm like, I don't know, feel free, but I'm sad.
I'm going to be honest. I had to do that before, too, and get a order of protection, and it was the best thing I ever did.
Well, that gives me hope.
Honestly, it definitely should. I'm so glad you left. You don't want to end up in a worse situation or not even here with us anymore. And you can never feel bad for somebody that would put their hands on you or feel sympathy toward them, because clearly they don't feel a way about you if they're doing that.
Yeah, that's what my mom was saying. She was like, people don't love you if they can put their hands on you.
Honestly, whatever they get is what they deserve. If you get a order of protection and they violate that and they end up in jail, that's on them. That's not on you.
100%. I agree.
Don't go back.
I'm not.
I would say also no communication. If you have to change your number, block your number, whatever it is that you have to do. I'm glad you told your mom and that your mom knows, because sometimes it takes a village of people to make sure that you're strong enough to do what you need to do for yourself. But an experience like this should make you stronger in the future. That's all you can do.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, anonymous caller. How are you?
I'm all right.
Good. You want to tell us a secret? No judgment?
Yeah, I've been with my girl for the past 5 years, but for the past 5 years, I've had an addiction problem that she does not know about.
Ooh, okay. What are you addicted to?
Opiates.
Are you going to try to get help?
Yeah, I'm in the process of trying to do that because I really do love her and I hate keeping it a secret from her.
Mm-hmm.
So I've really been trying to take care of, trying to figure out ways to take care of myself. But it's hard to do without her knowing at the same time.
She will definitely want to be supportive if you decided to tell her.
That's the thing. I don't know how it would go. I'm scared that it won't go good, but I think that she will be supportive.
I think that if you're in the process of trying to get help and her support can be of assistance to you, the kind of person that you would want to be with is somebody who is supportive of you in a time like this. And the fact that you're even at the point where you can admit that you have a problem and that you're actively trying to do something about it, that is if the person that you would want to be with would be a person that is like, what can I do?
Exactly. Yes.
And a lot of times we try to do stuff and handle things on our own and keep things a secret, and that only makes it worse.
Yeah, that's where I'm at now, thinking that it's making it worse. And then me telling her after so many years is just going to be like I've lied 2 times.
What are you doing to get help?
Right now, I'm currently looking for a treatment plan somewhere. I'm going to try to find help, but I don't know too many places.
All right, hold on. Let's see if we can help you with that, okay? Hold on the line. All right, well, that was Tell Us a Secret, 800-292-5150. Y'all going through it on this Monday, let me tell you, but I appreciate you guys trusting our community of listeners on Way Up enough to be able to call and share your secrets with us with no judgment. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. And let's talk about Akon and Akon City. It looks like there's some drama with that. We'll tell you the latest of how he may have to return that land he got in Senegal. It's Way Up.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea. Come and get the tea.
All right, it's Way Up. I'm here, and it's Yee Tea time. Now, I saw this story over the weekend about Akon. He had announced plans for this Wakanda-inspired city. Remember, he was opening up this Akon City, a $6 billion futuristic Wakanda-inspired city. But they're saying that pretty much nothing has been done. Now, according to reporting from Bloomberg, he missed several payments, which is to a company that is holding the development, that's responsible for development and boosting tourism in the area. And they actually gave him a lot of that land. It was granted to him by the Senegalese government, the community. And so now they're saying that if he doesn't start building on there, that they're going to take back about 90% of the land that they had granted to him. So hopefully this will get done. But back in 2020, he told CNN he's always dreamed of being able to use his notoriety to make a difference in Africa. He's also had some issues with his A-coin, his cryptocurrency. They said that went from about 15 cents in November of 2020 to 0.003 in December of last year. So we'll see what happens with that, but let's get that built. All right, now Jay-Z has confirmed he's going to take full Reasonable Doubt rights back in 2031. And so this is something that always happens, right? You're able to take back the rights to your assets after a period of time has passed. So this all plays into the fact that Dame Dash's shares of Rockefeller is being auctioned off later on this month. So with that heading to auction, that's a 33.3% share in Rockefeller Records. Whoever buys that will only be able to have that for a certain period of time until 2031. That's when it reverts back to Jay-Z anyway. So you'll be able to make money for just a period of time on that. And that's a legal thing that I'm sure was going to happen anyway. All right, now let's talk about LeBron James. People are criticizing him after he refused a photo with a young fan. People are also coming to his defense. So he was out celebrating the Team USA men's basketball Olympic gold win. That's when he was approached by a young man outside of a nightclub in Paris. He got out of his vehicle. He was also with his wife, Savannah James. And that's when a young man asked for a picture. Here's what that sounded like.
Congratulations, LeBron. Stop. Don't do that.
All right, so he told him don't do that, and he went ahead and went on inside. So some people were saying you should have just gave that kid, a picture and an autograph, but other people were defending him, saying that people have to remember celebrities do require personal space, and they also questioned why this young man was even in that environment in the first place. But he probably was there to get a picture and an autograph, right? What do you think, Dan?
No, the kid was definitely waiting, but at the same time, it did look like the kid went to put his hands on like LeBron's chest or arm or shoulder or something. So I think when the kid reached, that's when LeBron was like, hold up.
Also, sometimes if you're LeBron James and you just won and you're with your wife, when you stop to take one picture, you'll end up taking 50 pictures. And so it might be like, don't touch me, don't come too close, don't do this, don't do that. And we've been seeing a lot of different videos of what's been going on in Paris as well. We saw Aisha Curry and the issues that she was having trying to get to the car. They were saying the president was coming. It closed the block down in traffic, so that's why she couldn't get through. But, holding a baby and all of that, right. That's a difficult time to deal with that. Now, Justin Bieber also had some words for a group of teenagers in Beverly Hills. He was in a hotel lobby. There was footage of him walking around the Waldorf Astoria. Love that hotel out there. And there was a group of teenagers that were filming, and, you know, he was getting really aggravated. He did not have his usual security around him. He was asking them to leave him alone nicely, but then started to get annoyed. And he was concerned for his wife, Haley's safety. Here's how that sounded.
This funny to you guys? No, this is funny to you guys? Get out of here. Get out of here.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. Yeah, it's rude, but teenagers, I mean, you know, I think with this phone filming type of era that we're in with TikTok and people wanting to post things on social media, they definitely feel very entitled. And that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're flying under the radar, but we definitely feel like you need to know about it. Let's talk about these Cybertrucks that everybody wants. Everybody's been driving from Tesla. We'll give you some more information about a cheaper version of it. All right, it's way up.
In the news that relates to you, these stories are flying under the radar.
It's way up. I'm here. My guy Dan is here, my producer. Tesla is halting orders for the $61,000 Cybertruck. The cheapest version is now going to be $100,000. These are your under the radar stories. So customers and investors have closely monitored this whole supply and demand. Elon Musk said last fall that Tesla had 1 million reservations for the truck. Some customers said they've been waiting for the less expensive version to be available because its prices have been higher and driving range is lower than originally forecasted. What do you think of these Cybertrucks, Dan?
I think they look cool, but also because the parts are so specific, like everything is so expensive to replace. Like one set of tires is like, I don't know, I forget the exact number, but it was well in the thousands.
Yeah, and people were placing reservations with a refundable $100 deposit to secure their truck. And so now, if you want to get one, minimum price, $100,000.
Any interest?
No, I'm not interested in that at all. Period.
I
cool. Like my truck.
Also not practical in the city.
Yeah, and I park on the street
in
Brooklyn.
Parking that.
No thanks. All right, now Steph Curry, his gold medal performance over the weekend has propelled McDonald's France, to say that they are not going to sell curry sauce anymore for at least 4 years.
Petty.
They went on social media and posted, for obvious reasons, we are considering removing this sauce, and they posted for 4 years minimum, and it's the classic curry sauce.
Go to sleep.
Yeah. Clearly they're making a joke about it, but you were watching that game, and like we said, Steph Curry.
Put him to sleep.
Put him to sleep. All right, now, raw dogging on a flight. What is that? It's not what you think. You don't have to dump that. It's okay. So people are posting about raw dogging on these flights. What is that? Well, that's where you do a long haul flight with nothing but your thoughts. So you sit there and you can't sleep. You can't have your phone, no water, no food. Just sit there looking at the map.
Right, you're allowed to watch the flight map.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's it.
Why?
For clout.
I don't understand. And people keep on posting, about to raw dog a 5-hour flight. No food, no music, no drinks, no talking, no sleep. Just me and the safety instructions. I don't know why anybody would want to do that, but they're saying it's a way to reclaim your mental space and get a deeper connection with your inner self.
I guarantee as soon as people post that picture, they're pulling up a movie.
Because they already posted a picture, so you did use your phone.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is your under the radar. I'm not doing that ever. I just want to say, by the way, as soon as I get on a flight, I put a movie on and fall asleep.
Go to sleep.
And then I wake up halfway through and I'm like, what's going on? And then I rewind it. That's why I'm better off just watching TV shows. Like Abbott Elementary. That's my go-to.
Quick.
On the flight, or The Neighborhood.
20 minutes.
All right, well, that is your Under the Radar. Now, you know we got the Way Up mix at the top of the hour, and I'm so excited for this interview. Andra Day is going to be joining us. The Deliverance is going to be in theaters August 16th, this Friday, but also on Netflix August 30th. But we got some great conversation with Andra Day. So exciting. It's Way Up.
Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee,
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
All right, it's Way Up. I'm Angela Yee, and it's time for your Yee Tea. First of all, shout out to Kamala Harris. She's on the cover of Time magazine, and the title is Her Moment. And so this is all about the reintroduction of Kamala Harris. So I definitely encourage that you guys read that full article and pick up that Time magazine. Amazing, amazing. All right, Young Thug, his RICO trial. Oh my gosh, people were thinking there was going to be a mistrial, but jurors have agreed that they could disregard prior testimony from a key witness in the case. Jurors were given about 1 second to make that decision after walking into court following a nearly 2-month break. And so, there's a new presiding judge, and it's still going forward. This is, by the way, the longest criminal trial in the history of Georgia. Now, YSL Woody took the stand today, and here is what he told prosecutors.
Y'all trying to put people's life in my hands. I don't lie on people. I don't want to be here. Y'all help pressure me. I'm tired of y'all, because y'all know y'all are wrong. And y'all black people doing this to us.
Man, you could see all of this on social media, see him in the courtroom. Here's what else he had to say about giving up info, basically snitching on Young Thug.
So it may seem like I'm trying to help Thug out. I'm not trying to help him out. I don't care nothing about him. I care about the truth. The truth was I was going through a phase in my life, and I have put all the blame on him. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he got going on. I made all these stories up, put the blame on him to get myself out of the situation because the police told me they want a big fish and I'm a little fish.
Man, this is the craziest thing, and he did agree to testify after a lot of debates back and forth. There's 16 jurors, so if 5 jurors say they wouldn't be able to disregard these parts, then there would have been some problems. It could have been a mistrial, but they've all agreed to that. My producer, Dan, you're a huge Young Thug fan. What are your thoughts on all of this right now?
I don't know. I feel like it's tough because of course I want him out and making music, but who knows what really happened.
And let me tell you something. While he was waiting to testify, he was live on IG.
That's funny.
Why? So
they're also making fun of him for falling asleep.
Oh my goodness. But everything they asked him, he just said, I don't recall. And so that's pretty much what's going on right now.
What do you think of all this?
I think it's a mess. This whole thing has been long, drawn out. It feels like
it's the longest case in Atlanta history, right?
Yeah, in Georgia history. My whole thing is, I feel like this is probably to Young Thug's benefit that it's dragging out the way that it has been.
Interesting.
Because I feel like if it was a clear-cut case, that it already would have been over with.
You see the show Presumed Innocent? The new show that's out on Apple?
No.
It's about court, and they said it always works in the prosecutor's advantage to drag out a court case.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it allows them more time to gain evidence.
To get more evidence.
And,
but it feels like the opposite is happening. You see YSL Woody come back and say that what he said earlier, wasn't true, and now he doesn't recall, and they have to disregard what was said earlier. Then there's all these potential mistrials, then new judges. It doesn't feel like, but I don't know. I'm just going off my own thoughts when it comes to that, because clearly I'm not a lawyer. All right. Rick Ross is reportedly being sued by a disabled man because of his car show. All these lawsuits from this car show. On Friday, this news broke on TMZ. He's being taken to court by a man named Darius Strader. Now, Strader says that he was told more than once that he would be provided a wheelchair accessible shuttle bus to take him to the event, but he said the bus never showed up that day. He said in addition to paying for a ticket to the event, he also paid for lodging and travel and even sold his car so that he could afford to go to the event. So now he's suing for breach of contract, unjust enrichment, and violation of the Americans with Disabilities Act. So not sure what happened. I don't want to say anything, but I can't imagine selling my car to go to an event, but I do feel bad, and hopefully he at least can get some of his money back since the shuttle never came to get him, the wheelchair accessible shuttle. All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is the number. Any question that you have, we're here to help you out because that's what we do. Again, that's 800-292-5150. It's Way Up. Ask Yee is next.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and of course, I'm here to help you out, give you any advice in the best way that I can based off of my own experiences and the people around me. Now, today we have Lala on the line. What's up, Lala?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. It's good to speak to you.
Good to talk to you, too. What's your question today?
Okay, so I'm going to go meet this guy for the first time, but we've been video talking for a very long time. And he sort of asked me to marry him, but he want to ask me in front of his family. Mm-hmm. So I'm supposed to be going there Wednesday.
Okay.
So I'm skeptical on it.
Why is that?
Well, he told me that he was sleeping with a married woman.
Is it the fact that she's married, or is it that he was with somebody before you?
It's the fact that she's married, and he's like, yeah, I don't have time for her no more. It's only about you. But she's still calling him.
Okay, that's the real problem. Because I was going to say, everybody dealt with somebody before, but why is he still speaking to her?
He says that he ignores the phone call. But you know what? He's in Jamaica.
Okay, so you don't trust him because he doesn't even live here.
No, I don't.
Is he trying to move to the United States? You think that's part of it, or are you going to move there?
Oh, no, I'm not moving there.
All right, so do you think he's trying to come here, maybe marrying you for citizenship?
It could be.
Listen, if you're uncomfortable with something, my advice is you ain't got to do it. You can always wait it out and see if you feel more comfortable later, but if you have all these reservations, usually that's a sign.
Yeah, he made a lot of reservations.
What you need to do is be like, listen, I don't want you to propose to me right now because we still have a lot of things we need to work on. I need to feel comfortable knowing that you're not dealing with anybody else in this situation. Marriage is a big deal. And so I would rather we wait until I'm in a space where I can trust you. You should be able to tell somebody that if you're dating them and even considering marriage.
Right, but I already said that. I already told him. I said, I'm not going to marry you if I can't trust you.
Right, so you're not going to marry him. You don't trust him. You got to stick to it. Tell him don't do that to himself and don't do that to you. Like, you're not ready.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And if somebody really cares about you and you have valid reservations, this woman is still on your line and you don't know what his intentions are, then I think you got to go with yourself and trust you first. Because you trust yourself, right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. My mama didn't raise no fool.
Continue to trust yourself and make the decision based off of what you know.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, though.
Thank you.
All right, Lala. And that was Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is the number if you couldn't get through. When we come back, we have Andra Day joining us. You know her as Billie Holiday in the United States versus Billie Holiday. You also know her as an amazing singer, of course, Rise Up. But you also know her now as the lead in The Deliverance. That movie is going to be coming out in theaters this Friday. And we have her on the show next. It's Way Up.
Turn it up. You vibing way up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I feel like we did the interview already.
I know. We gave it away. Y'all gonna have to get the BTS.
We had a whole conversation because Keith Sweat was just here.
Yes.
And you sampled him on your album.
I did.
Cassandra.
Yes. I was so excited. I was excited to hear he was here. And he was like, do you want to meet him? I said, yes. Literally, he said yes to the sample. I sampled it on a song called About It on my album. Yes. And so I'm actually singing it. But it was one of my favorite songs growing up, Twisted. So it was like full circle moment.
Because I was Andra Day, by the way. We already started talking. I'm sorry. Andra Day is here.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
But yeah, Twisted, singing that as a kid, you didn't know what that...
No, I was elementary school, walking home. And I was stopped by this man who lived by himself, and he would give candy out to kids in this really dark house with bushes and all the stuff around it. Yeah, thank God I'm still here.
Yeah, it sounds like the beginning of The Deliverance.
Yeah, exactly. 100% right. So it was full circle, you know what I mean? But I'd be singing Twisted, eating fireballs all the way home, not knowing what I was singing. And then I grew up and I was like, damn, okay.
Risk my life for some candy.
Right.
Honestly, like, I'm so glad you're here. I definitely watched the United States versus Billie Holiday. Thought you did such a fun... I didn't realize that was your first, like, starring role.
Yeah, first acting role, really.
Acting role, period, in a movie. The way that you killed that role.
Thank you so much.
And working with Lee Daniels, and clearly he sees what a great job you did, because here you are starring in The Deliverance.
With this cast, it's crazy.
Omar Epps is in it. Monique is in it. Anjanae Ellis is in it. Like, you had, Glenn Close.
Oh my God.
I'm talking to Andra Day, star of Lee Daniels' new movie, The Deliverance. But it is a horror movie, which is my favorite genre. Everybody who knows me knows that. But it's also based on a true story.
Yes, it is. The woman's name that the story is based on originally, I play Ebony Jackson, but her name was LaToya Ammons. It was based actually in Gary, Indiana. So it will have you ask
on the
those
edge
questions.
of your seat, because the anticipation is also what gets me all the time.
Yes. Plus the drama, the family drama be so deep into it, and then they'll hit you with something crazy. You'll be like, wait a minute, hold on. Like, it will remind you.
But you know what? Like, your character in there, just the mother's love that she has for her kids, but how difficult it is. Like, you know, being a single mom, raising 3 children, and not always doing the best that you can.
Of course.
And needing your own escapes at times.
Yes.
That's a real thing.
First of all, I love that you clocked that, because that's what she wants. You know what I mean? But she's trying to do the best she can do, or thinking she's doing the best she can do, with all these unhealed, open, gaping wounds. She bleeding out and trying to pour into her kids as much as she can. And so she's fighting for her kids, like with the government, obviously, you know, trying to take her kids because they believe she's being abusive or she's not a fit mother.
That's
all this
Monique's
stuff.
And imagine, how do you explain that? My kids got, you know.
Yeah, because of course, like, if you a social worker, somebody like, well, my kids got bruises, well, it's demons, not me. You gonna look at them sideways.
Oh, she crazy. Take the kids.
Take it right now. And that was her goal. And in a true story, that was really the social worker's goal. But there is also this underlying aspect of, like, believe Black women. She really does want to be the best mother she can be. You know what I mean? But and that's why I love the metaphor. There's the physical fight with the demons, but there's also Ebony's real struggle of trying to. She don't even know that she needs to heal from these wounds.
Her own
she was
demons.
abused, you know what I mean, physically, sexually. Her mother was on drugs. So now her mother lives in the house with her, and they're trying to, like, single mom, raise these kids with your mom, and you're faced with the seat of your trauma every single day.
And she's also half white. Her mom is Glenn Close in the movie.
Right.
Just so
half
we're not
white.
giving nothing away.
Yes,
just
for
so
sure.
You know.
And so there's also this identity. You know
her
what I'm saying?
Mama loves some Black men too.
Period. And always dressed and is in the culture. You know what I'm saying? Quote unquote. So it's like Ebony trying to, like, be like, though you my mom, you don't have to deal with the same things that I necessarily have to deal with.
You
so
gonna name me
Ebony
Ebony because you a white woman? No, I'm kidding.
Like, me and Lee, that was one of the things in the beginning we laughed at. So I'll tell you, there's one deleted line. Like, we didn't end up using it. Like, it's a very, very heavy scene in the movie. And Ebony literally says to Mama Alberta, that's Glenn's character, she was like, what kind of white woman named their daughter Ebony? You know what I mean?
See, I thought it too.
Yes, it was like, you had to go for the most blackest name you could think of. Like, so it's just, there's all those different clashes in there. The kids are in the middle of it, you know, but what I love about this movie is you get to see a fully realized Black woman work through these struggles, and, like, there is a moment where you get to cheer for her and you're very happy for her.
All right, Andra Day is here. You know her as Billie Holiday in the United States versus Billie Holiday. And now you know her as the new star of Lee Daniels' Deliverance. We have more with her when we come back. It's Way Up.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
Let's go. Yeah.
You are a media maven, right?
Ooh, you never know what Angela's gonna say.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here, and the multi-talented, multi-hyphenate Andra Day is here with me. And I remember when you did Billie Holiday, and you talking about getting into that role, and I read about it and how you were smoking cigarettes and lost 40 pounds a day.
And this one, now I'm sitting out here a lie, because now I got a tattoo of these children. People are like, oh, those are your babies? I was like, they don't even exist. Those aren't even real children. And this...
Wait, you for real got...
Yes, look, feel it. I'm telling you.
She really got tattoos.
It was supposed to have faded by now. I went and I got it because I was like, there's no way she does not have her babies tatted on her somewhere. So I was like, let me just do a little, something.
You were not playing. You were like, I'm coming into this.
Listen,
and
you can't. With Lee, you got to be, you know what I mean? You got to be dropped.
Heroin for real, right?
You said what? No, we didn't do the heroin. We definitely, we mitigated. We mitigated. I was like, I had never smoked cigarettes. I never drank. I didn't cuss.
And as a singer smoking cigarettes, like, I know that,
and drinking hard liquor.
That was a lot.
I was like, my liver was like, cannot wait till this shooting schedule is over.
And cigarettes are so addictive too. Weren't you concerned that, like,
I was, because I was just gonna do it on set. I had committed to it, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it, because the thing is with Billie, like, you are hard pressed to find a photo of her, like, on a candid where she does not have a cigarette in her hand. And I didn't want to just be like, here, I'm smoking cigarettes, the right thing. I need to know. I gotta feel it in my body. I need to know the unction of what, like, if we're sitting here talking and I just grab a cigarette without even thinking about it and I light up, and you know what I mean? Like, what is that unction that makes me do that. And I needed to have that feeling. But I ended up smoking for like 2 years after that, which I was like... Oh my
God. See, that's a hard habit to kick.
It's
commitment is unparalleled, I have to say.
And in my mind, I think I justified it because we finished filming, but then the next year we had to do like pickup shoots. So it wasn't a character where I'm like, okay, I'll drop out, and then when we do the pickup shoots, I'll drop in. I was like, I gotta just stay her.
I'm talking to Andra Day, star of Lee Daniels' new movie, The Deliverance. And you did get your voice back.
Yeah.
Right. I know there was some issues with the hemorrhaging and...
Yeah. Mostly I got it back. And there's also a little bit where I'm a little bit of a different singer now. You know what I mean? And that's okay.
Well, listen, The Deliverance, so it is going to be available on Netflix.
August 30th.
But it is going to be limited release in theaters.
Yes.
August 16th. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm not giving no spoilers, guys, but we definitely have made a topic out of whether or not you've had an interaction with any spirits.
I love that. I'm glad you asked that question, too. That's a really good... You get some interesting things. But my dreams would be stupid when I was young. Like, I had a recurring dream, and I had it when I was actually on the set of The Deliverance, and I haven't had it since I was like in middle school.
What?
It's this big ass tomato, like this giant tomato. You remember the and I would be running away from this big ass tomato, and then I would get behind it, and then he'd start shooting his little angry baby tomatoes at me that would splat all around all this. But I think there's a movie about a giant horrible thing.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
That's it.
A horror film from 1978.
And it literally was a dream that stuck with me like my whole childhood. I was so irritated.
Oozing tomatoes go on the rampage, splattering innocent victims.
And then there was the big one, and we splattered. He splattered right on my grave. I was I don't know why. I shouldn't have watched this movie. Why would my mind grab onto such a dumb one? Like,
this might have something to do with your celibacy.
Why is she coming for me, y'all? It might be. The images are crazy right now. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much, y'all. Make sure you check out The Deliverance. Make sure you pick up the Cassandra. Well, listen to the Cassandra album.
Please.
I guess no one picks up albums anymore.
Right. Exactly.
You
know what I mean?
That?
Like, yes, exactly.
And the tour too, right?
Okay. So I might as well say this now. I can say it now, right? So I had to postpone the tour. When we booked it, we didn't know when The Deliverance would be releasing or exhibiting forgiveness. So I'm supposed to be in like 3 different cities sometimes on certain days. Like there was no break, so I couldn't do press runs for 2 movies and tour at the same time because I felt like I'd be failing in both directions. So we just decided, like, let me give my full self to the press run of The Deliverance because it deserves it. Press run of Exhibiting Forgiveness, it deserves it. And then fully give myself to touring.
You got to do what you have to do.
Yeah, exactly. So I am sorry to say all of the refunds are there, you guys. I wanted to make sure it wasn't messy. We will be making an announcement, but yes, we did have to postpone it because, girl, this.
Well, hopefully they don't come and throw no tomatoes in October.
That would be. Y'all don't get no ideas. Do not get no ideas. Well, I still fight a little bit. No,
all right. Well, honestly, this was amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You can watch the full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. And when we come back, you guys have the last word.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and a happy Monday to you guys, of course. Let me tell y'all something. I'm about to leave here, go to my coffee shop. Coffee uplifts people. Have a great rest of my day. One thing I will say, a little bit of coffee and then go home and clean the house. That's what it's all about on a Monday. Get your week started right. Thank you to Andra Day again for joining us. I've already seen the movie The Deliverance 2 times, so I know y'all are going to love it when it's in theaters this Friday. You can watch the full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. And right now, of course, this show is all about you, all about the Way Up gang, so you have the last word.
So my secret is I want to link back up with my ex. We both have moved on. I'm married. But my ex has just had great sex games.
I want to shine a light on my wife, Gina M. Buck. She's been going through a lot these last 2 years. And I just want to tell her I love you dearly. I'm always here. No matter what go on in life, God got us and I got you. Love you, buddy.
Yeah, look, wait, I'ma take y'all way up.
We all the way up with Angela Yee.
Yeah.